My beloved child, there is a reason you were guided to this message today. There is a reason your eyes stopped here. There is a reason your heart felt a strange pull before this very moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Do not skip a single word. What you are about to hear may explain events, emotions, and situations that have confused you for a long time. There is a silent threat in your life, and unbelievably, that snake is not what you think. It is not a stranger hiding in the shadows. It is not an enemy standing openly against you. The truth is far more surprising. The silent threat wears a familiar face. It moves quietly. It speaks softly. It appears ordinary. Yet its influence can slowly drain joy, confidence, peace, and progress without being noticed. Before you jump to conclusions, listen carefully. This message is not about fear. It is about awareness. It is about opening your eyes to what has been hidden in plain sight. Many people spend years searching for answers, never realizing that the greatest obstacles in their lives are not loud. They are silent. They are patient. They wait. And because they wait, they are rarely discovered. Stay till the end because the final revelation may completely change the way you see your world. There are moments when everything seems normal on the surface, yet deep inside, something feels off. You cannot explain it. You cannot point directly at it. But you feel it. Opportunities appear and disappear. Motivation rises and suddenly fades. Excitement turns into doubt without warning. Have you ever wondered why? Have you ever questioned why certain patterns keep repeating even when you try your hardest to move forward? What if the answer has been standing close to you all along? What if the thing holding you back is not a circumstance but an influence? Something subtle. Something quiet. Something easy to overlook. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Think about the snake for a moment. A snake does not announce itself. It does not arrive with noise and celebration. It moves silently. It watches carefully. It waits for the perfect moment. The silent threat in your life behaves in a similar way. It grows stronger when ignored. It becomes powerful when unnoticed. It survives in the darkness of assumptions. Most people look for danger in obvious places. They look far away. They search among strangers. They search among competitors. But what if the real answer is much closer? What if the silent threat is connected to habits, thoughts, influences, or relationships that seem harmless on the surface? Right now, as you listen, pieces may already be falling into place. Memories may be returning. Moments you once dismissed may suddenly appear important. That is not an accident. Awareness begins when patterns become visible. And today, patterns are about to reveal themselves. Stay till the end because what comes next is something very few people ever realize. There is a reason some people move forward rapidly while others remain trapped in invisible circles. The difference is not always talent. It is not always luck. Sometimes it is awareness. Sometimes it is the ability to identify what silently steals energy, confidence, and focus. The silent threat is rarely dramatic. It is rarely obvious. Instead, it whispers. It encourages hesitation. It creates confusion. It convinces people to settle for less than they deserve. And because it speaks quietly, many never challenge it. They accept it as normal. They accept it as reality. They accept it as part of life. But today, something is changing. Today, you are looking closer. Today, you are paying attention. And that changes everything. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine discovering that the thing you feared most was never the true problem. Imagine realizing that what seemed harmless was actually the source of countless delays, disappointments, and missed opportunities. That realization can feel shocking. It can feel impossible. Yet it happens every day. People wake up to truths they never expected. They notice patterns they never saw before. They recognize influences they once ignored. And from that moment forward, their lives begin to change. The question is this: are you ready to see what has remained hidden? Are you ready to recognize the silent threat for what it truly is? Because the answer is closer than you think. Much closer. And as we continue, the picture will become clearer. Every word matters. Every detail matters. Every moment matters. Stay with me. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest surprises are often hidden in ordinary places. The most important discoveries are often found where nobody thinks to look. That is why this message matters. It is not asking you to fear anyone. It is asking you to observe. To notice. To pay attention. The silent threat thrives when people stop questioning. It thrives when people assume everything is exactly as it appears. But appearances can be misleading. Sometimes the thing that seems supportive creates dependence. Sometimes the thing that seems comfortable creates stagnation. Sometimes the thing that seems familiar becomes the very reason growth slows down. Think carefully. Reflect honestly. What patterns have repeated in your life recently? What situations keep returning? What feelings appear again and again? There may be clues hidden within those answers. There may be messages hidden within those experiences. And the closer you look, the clearer the truth becomes. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is only the beginning of the revelation. The silent threat has not fully revealed itself yet. The pieces are still coming together. The hidden connections are still unfolding. And what you discover next may be the most surprising part of all. Keep listening. Keep watching. Because the truth is approaching, step by step, and when it finally arrives, you may never see your life the same way again. A strange realization is beginning to unfold right now. If you have stayed this far, then you are already ahead of most people. Most people leave before the truth arrives. Most people stop listening before the hidden pieces connect together. But you are still here, and that matters more than you know. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The silent threat we are talking about today is not always a person. In fact, many people spend years blaming others while the real answer remains completely hidden. That is why this revelation is so surprising. It challenges everything people usually believe. Think about this carefully. What if the snake in your life is actually a hidden pattern? What if it is a repeating influence that keeps showing up in different forms? Different faces. Different situations. Different circumstances. Yet the same result appears every single time. At first, it feels like coincidence. Then it feels like bad luck. Then it feels like a mystery. But eventually, a moment comes when everything begins making sense. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Have you noticed how certain opportunities come close and then disappear? Have you noticed how certain goals seem within reach, yet somehow remain unfinished? Have you noticed how some people enter your life with exciting promises, but the outcome never matches the expectation? These are not random questions. These are clues. The silent threat leaves clues everywhere. The problem is that most people never connect them. They see isolated events. They see separate experiences. They see individual disappointments. But they never step back and look at the larger picture. And that larger picture is where the truth lives. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine standing in front of a giant puzzle with thousands of pieces scattered everywhere. One piece alone tells you nothing. Two pieces reveal very little. But when enough pieces connect together, a hidden image suddenly appears. That is exactly what is happening right now. The hidden image is beginning to form. The strange moments. The unanswered questions. The repeated disappointments. The unexpected delays. The confusing relationships. The unfinished goals. All of them may be connected in ways you never imagined. And the most shocking part? The connection may have been present from the very beginning. Many people think threats arrive suddenly. But silent threats grow gradually. They become stronger through repetition. They become powerful through familiarity. And because they seem normal, they often escape attention completely. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen very carefully. The snake rarely attacks progress directly. Instead, it distracts. It delays. It encourages doubt. It creates hesitation. It convinces people to wait for the perfect moment. It whispers that tomorrow will be a better day. It suggests that there is always more time. And while people wait, opportunities quietly move away. This is why awareness is so powerful. The moment awareness appears, the silent threat begins losing its influence. The moment truth becomes visible, confusion starts disappearing. The moment patterns are recognized, change becomes possible. And today may be that moment for you. Think back to the last few months. What has repeatedly stolen your focus? What has repeatedly drained your excitement? What has repeatedly interrupted your momentum? Do not answer too quickly. The answer may surprise you. Because sometimes the snake is not outside. Sometimes it lives inside routines that no longer serve you. Sometimes it hides inside habits that seem harmless. Sometimes it disguises itself as comfort. And comfort can become one of the greatest obstacles to growth. That statement surprises many people. But it is true. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels familiar. Comfort feels easy. Yet comfort can quietly convince people to stay exactly where they are. Years pass. Dreams wait. Potential remains unused. And the silent threat continues working unnoticed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another possibility you must consider. The snake may be hidden inside expectations. Expectations that were never truly yours. Expectations borrowed from other people. Expectations created by fear. Expectations created by doubt. When people live according to expectations that do not belong to them, they slowly move away from their authentic path. At first, the difference is small. Almost invisible. But over time, the gap becomes larger and larger. Until one day they wonder why fulfillment feels so distant. Why joy feels incomplete. Why progress feels slower than expected. The answer was never missing. The answer was simply hidden. And hidden answers require deeper observation. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, the pieces are moving closer together. The picture is becoming clearer. The silent thread is beginning to reveal its shape. Not completely. Not yet. But enough for awareness to awaken. Enough for questions to appear. Enough for old assumptions to be challenged. And when assumptions are challenged, transformation becomes possible. This is why you were meant to hear this message. This is why you were meant to stay. Because the greatest revelation is still ahead. The final pieces have not yet fallen into place. The most surprising discovery has not yet been revealed. And when it arrives, many people will suddenly understand things that confused them for years. So stay with me. Stay focused. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth is closer now than ever before, and what comes next may be the most unforgettable part of this entire journey. An extraordinary moment is approaching, and if you have stayed this far, you are about to reach the point where everything begins connecting together. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The reason this message feels different is because it is not pointing toward what everyone else sees. It is pointing toward what most people miss. The silent thread in your life has survived for so long because it has remained unnoticed. Not invisible. Not impossible to find. Simply unnoticed. And there is a huge difference. Think about the most successful people you know. Think about the individuals who transformed their lives, achieved their goals, and stepped into opportunities that once seemed impossible. What changed for them? Was it luck? Was it timing? Was it coincidence? Sometimes. But more often, the greatest change happened when they identified the hidden force that had been slowing them down all along. That is why this revelation matters. The silent threat rarely appears as an obvious obstacle. Instead, it appears as something reasonable. Something familiar. Something comfortable. Something that feels normal enough to avoid questioning. And because it feels normal, people allow it to remain. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Now imagine a traveler carrying a heavy backpack. Day after day, the traveler wonders why progress feels difficult. Day after day, the road seems harder than expected. The traveler trains harder, walks longer, pushes further. Yet the struggle continues. Then one day, the traveler opens the backpack and discovers that it is filled with unnecessary weight. The road was never the problem. The traveler was carrying something that no longer belonged there. The moment the weight is removed, everything changes. Progress becomes easier. Movement becomes faster. Possibilities become larger. This is exactly how silent threats work. They add invisible weight. Weight to your focus. Weight to your confidence. Weight to your decisions. Weight to your future. And until that weight is recognized, progress feels far more difficult than it should. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, ask yourself a question. What have you continued carrying that no longer serves your future? A belief? A fear? A doubt? A memory? A habit? A routine? A limitation? The answer may be different for everyone, but the principle remains the same. The snake survives by remaining attached to something familiar. That is what makes it so surprising. Most people expect the threat to come from somewhere new. Instead, it often comes from something old. Something repeated. Something accepted without question. And that is exactly why awareness is so powerful. The moment awareness arrives, the silent threat loses its hiding place. For years, many people search outside themselves for answers. They blame circumstances. They blame timing. They blame luck. They blame everyone except the hidden influence that quietly shapes their daily choices. But what if the answer has been waiting inside your ordinary routines? What if the answer has been visible every day? What if the answer has been appearing again and again through patterns you never stop to examine? Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another revelation that many people never hear. Sometimes the snake disguises itself as certainty. This sounds impossible at first. But listen carefully. When people become completely certain about their limits, they stop exploring possibilities. When people become completely certain about what they cannot do, growth begins slowing down. When people become completely certain that nothing will change, they stop looking for opportunities. And that certainty quietly becomes a barrier. Not because it is true. but because it is accepted. Accepted ideas become powerful influences. Repeated thoughts become familiar roads. And familiar roads often lead to familiar destinations. That is why awareness changes everything. The moment a person questions an old assumption, a new possibility is born. The moment a person challenges a limiting belief, a new path appears. The moment a person recognizes the hidden influence, the future begins shifting. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The title of this message contains a mystery, and that mystery is slowly revealing itself. There is a silent threat in your life, and unbelievably, that snake may not be a person at all. It may be an influence that has quietly shaped choices, emotions, and outcomes for much longer than you realized. That realization surprises people. It changes perspectives. It opens eyes. And once seen, it becomes impossible to ignore. Right now, as you listen, you may already feel connections forming. Moments from the past may suddenly make sense. Old experiences may appear in a completely new light. Questions that once felt confusing may begin finding answers. That is not coincidence. That is awareness awakening. And awareness is powerful. Very powerful. Because awareness is the first step toward transformation. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The biggest revelation has not arrived yet. The final pieces are still moving into place. The hidden picture is becoming clearer with every moment. And what comes next may be the most unexpected discovery of all. A discovery that can change the way you view challenges. A discovery that can change the way you view opportunities. A discovery that can change the way you view yourself. Keep listening. Stay focused. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth is closer now than ever before, and in the next part, the hidden identity of the silent threat will begin revealing itself in a way that very few people ever expect. A remarkable truth is now beginning to emerge from the shadows, and if you have stayed this far, you are standing at the edge of a revelation that surprises almost everyone who hears it. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The reason this message feels so different is because the answer has been hiding where almost nobody thinks to look. For a long time, you may have believed that the silent threat was connected to a person, a situation, or an outside force. That is what most people assume. It feels logical. It feels reasonable. It feels easy to believe. But the closer we move toward the truth, the more surprising the answer becomes. The snake in your life may actually be a version of yourself that no longer belongs in your future. Think about that for a moment. Not the person you are becoming. Not the person you dream of becoming. But the old version of yourself that still whispers old limitations. The old version that repeats old fears. The old version that prefers certainty over possibility. The old version that quietly convinces you to stay where you are instead of stepping toward what could be. This is why the threat is silent. Because it sounds familiar. It sounds comfortable. It sounds reasonable. And because it sounds like your own voice, it often goes unquestioned. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Many people spend years fighting the wrong battles. They look outside for solutions while the real challenge remains inside unnoticed. They search for answers everywhere except the place where the answer truly exists. And because they search in the wrong direction, they remain trapped in the same cycle. The cycle repeats. The same doubts. The same delays. The same frustrations. The same unfinished dreams. Again and again. Not because they lack potential. Not because they lack talent. Not because they lack opportunity. But because the silent threat continues guiding decisions from behind the scenes. That realization changes everything. Because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Once you recognize it, you cannot ignore it. And once you understand it, you gain the power to move beyond it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine standing before two doors. One door leads toward familiarity. The other door leads toward growth. The first door feels safe. The second door feels uncertain. Most people choose familiarity. Not because it is better. Not because it is wiser. But because it feels comfortable. And comfort is incredibly persuasive. That is why the snake often hides inside comfort. Not because comfort is wrong. But because comfort can become a prison when it prevents growth. The silent threat says, stay where you are. The future says, keep moving. The silent threat says, wait a little longer. The future says, your moment may already be here. The silent threat says, maybe later. The future says, why not now? These competing voices exist in almost every life. And the direction people choose often determines the results they experience. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Now another piece of the puzzle is falling into place. The snake survives through repetition. Every repeated doubt strengthens it. Every repeated excuse strengthens it. Every repeated limitation strengthens it. Not because these things are powerful on their own, but because repetition creates belief. And belief shapes action. Action shapes results. Results shape reality. That is why awareness is so important. Awareness interrupts repetition. Awareness creates choice. Awareness opens new possibilities. And once possibilities appear, transformation becomes possible. Right now, you may already feel a shift happening. You may already be seeing old patterns differently. You may already be recognizing influences that once seemed invisible. That is exactly what this message was designed to do. To help you see. To help you recognize. To help you understand. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one more surprising truth. The silent threat grows weakest when you stop giving it attention. Think about that. It survives on focus. It survives on repetition. It survives on automatic thinking. But when awareness arrives, automatic thinking begins to disappear. And when automatic thinking disappears, intentional choices take its place. That is where real change begins. That is where new opportunities appear. That is where momentum returns. That is where progress accelerates. And that is why this revelation matters so much. Because the hidden threat was never as powerful as it appeared. It only seemed powerful because it remained unseen. Now it is being exposed. Now it is being recognized. Now it is losing its influence. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The final revelation is drawing closer. The hidden picture is nearly complete. The last pieces are preparing to connect. And what comes next may be the most powerful realization of all. A realization that transforms confusion into clarity. A realization that transforms hesitation into confidence. A realization that transforms possibility into action. Keep listening. Stay focused. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because in the next part, the full meaning behind the silent threat will finally be revealed, and the message you have been waiting for since the very beginning will come into focus in a way that few people ever forget.